Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. This is Kurt. I am the Lazy Farmer, and welcome back to another edition of Railroader. You know what? All week long, working. I kept telling myself, we got to do Run 8, got to do Run 8, got to do Run 8. And every time I got home, and I got home late because I was just busy. You know, spring, a lot of sports. We're doing good sports wise, by the way, guys, if you guys are wondering. Um, so, little side note there. Yeah, we went into our first league game uh, Friday and we won solidly 4-1. Only one error committed on our side, 16 strikeouts by our pitcher. Oh, good showing all the way around. So, if we keep playing like that, we're going to do well. We're going to do well. Anyway, but there's other sports going on. We got track and field going on where I work, and we got softball, we got baseball, and our baseball team's doing really well as well. So it's springtime, and then Major League, man, we're talking. Oh my gosh, right around the corner, opening day. I love baseball. Anyway, so we're back here in Railroad. I wanted to do Run 8. I kept telling myself I wanted to do Run 8, and I don't know what it is. I just, as I would get home, and I would just jump on and automatically go to Railroader. So what does that say? So I plan on doing this afternoon, depending on how things go today. I will be doing a Run 8 video later on this day. So I'm going to have 2 videos today. And it is I will talk about that during the time, but I'm thinking of revisiting, going back to my old stomping grounds when I was a kid, NorCal, Northern California. I'm just thinking about going and play around over there, we'll see what kind of trouble I can get into. I think I can spend like a good amount of time, easily good amount of time on the valley. So, but that's a whole different thing. So let's get into Railroaders. So this is the state of the Yosemite Valley Railroad. I have my coffee. That's what the description says. I have my coffee in hand. Got it right here. I need to go get the switch list. So I'm going to do that for you guys as well for the day. It is the start. We're at 6:42 in the morning on day 11. Kind of been doing a little bit of work, and I'm like, hey, why am I not streaming? So, okay, so we're going to get into it. And so what's the state of the Yosemite Valley Railroad? Well, first and foremost, yeah, I've got the game paused right now, and I'm actually going by the display as well too, so you guys can see we're sitting at $7,000, a little over $7,000 is day 11, so we're not doing too bad. The expenditures. Oh, that's the other thing. Let's talk about before I get into the expenditures. Mods. Okay, so I'm gonna put the 3 different mods now. Now you guys already know that I have added the mod for basically an enhanced map, and it's you can switch, you can see what cars, they get the car numbers, they're color coded by where they need to go. You can tell if they're shaded out like this one is, but well, you guys can't see it. Anyway, there's one I'm pointing at. Let me get in here. Here we go. You should be able to see it now, where my cursor is showing. Anyway, like that's shaded. That means that's where it belongs. The ones that aren't shaded need to be pulled. The little red circle shows where a fuse is at. You can actually flip switches. So yeah, the enhanced mod map is just awesome. Anyway, the other one that you're seeing now too is you see when I show the screen here, I'm actually using a another mod that allows me to move the map and the well, basically the other window where I can do settings, crews, employees, look at the finances, all that. That allows me to move it over to my second monitor. So that's another mod. I just added that one. And then finally, let me get rid of this one. Hang on. Oh, we'll get rid of that one. There we go. And then finally, the one that you see is if you look down here, we can actually. I'm panic mode. I forgot I was. yeah, no, oh my God, do I make mistakes? Yes, I do. So you don't have to. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that I was paused. But it, instead of having like you see here, it's got 99% or 100%. Basically change that out. So instead of just saying forward, neutral, or reverse, it now gives percentages. Forward is a positive number, reverse is a negative number. So you can actually get a little bit better control, get an idea. It does, as you can see, as it follows my cursor, it shows me how much water, how much coal are in my tender in terms of percentages as well too. So those are the three mods I'm running. Okay. So that being said, but before I forget as well too, if you do like the content that I provide in Railroader or any kind of train simulator that I do, and you're a fan of trains, please go ahead, click that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up. It helps the analytics. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I'm streaming next, which right now in this time, and I already, yeah, it's busy time for me. And in fact, I got a week off. Well, I say that I got a week off, but honestly, I looked at the schedule. Out of 9 days away from work, I'm only going to have 2 days in which I can put my feet up and stream. The other days, I'm just going to be busy, 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 busy. Oh my God, it's a busy time of day. Busy time of year. And then we start our push to the end of the school year, and then I'll have 2 months off, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, coffee's good. Coffee's great. Coffee is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, I don't have anybody in Discord with me, so it is just me today. That's okay. I'm good. All right, so yep, time is ticking down. Let's go ahead, and I want to jump around. So I'm going to be, you're not going to see me do it because I'm tabbed out, and I'm looking at the map. So I'm scrolling through the map right now, and I will be doing some jumping here. And what I want to do is click on this, open this one up, get freight, and we're just up. They need to do like, I don't know why, but they need to do it so that you just go click, accept all. But I gotta do this. We're gonna do the switch list. I've got a lot of work to do. Of course, our daily routine normally is to get the skeleton cars up the hill, get them loaded. Last day 9, I ended up buying some more skeleton cars. I got about 15 skeleton cars, but I can only fit like maybe 8, 9, 10 on the logging track. So I'm going to have some overflow. So I got to deal with that as well. Like, where am I going to put the extra cars as they're being turned? And right now, since I don't have the route to Silva, I'm probably going to end up putting them on the main line. Oh, I just heard. Oh, sorry. I just heard a horn. I'm like, what? No, I got my window open and I can hear the direction that I sounds like it's coming from. I think that's Union Pacific coming through my area. All right, freight. We got nothing here. Of course, passengers. You know, we were running passengers. We'll be doing that as well too. In fact, I need to get that rolling. All right, so nothing here. Let's go up to our next location, which is going to be Bryson. This is Ella that I'm in right now. I'm moving the map over, and we're going to jump to Bryson. And ooh, we're going to be busy here. Look at this. Well, I already knew. Well, Appalachian Hardwoods has got 2 cars, and this one I'll use this Bryson Bridge site. That is phase 1 that is ready to be returned back to the interchange. Now, the thing about it, the 2 up here for Appalachian Hardwoods, I'll get money for that, returning those. But the other ones I'm not going to get any money for because, in fact, that's like an expenditure that is a lot of lost revenue. All right, so while we're down here, I'll run down here and take a look at this locomotive. I believe I do have her parked, and I believe we're running at 90%. coal, 75% water, we're okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the car, go to passengers. There we go. Copy that over. Click on the locomotive, give it orders, go road. We're going to go forward. All right, so basically she's going to go ahead and pull forward into the depot, and while we're doing our logging thing, we can at least get the passenger train going. Everything should be lined and locked, I believe. No. I think now we have everything lined and locked for mainline operation. There we go. We're good. We're good. I was looking at the map, and like I was showing you on the map, we can click on the map, we can click on the, how many passengers do I have out of curiosity? 131 passengers waiting. Whew. All right, well, let's start making some money then. I don't know, I lost track of how many on day 9 and day 10, how many different passenger runs I did, but with the new map and being able to kind of, and with the new AI that they added, you know, it's not bad. $7,000 were up. I was almost $8,000, but I ordered the cars for phase 2. They'll be here on day 12. I don't know if I want to order any more cars at this point. I believe that I really want to, let's see. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see this. This window's kind of small on this monitor, but I'm sitting at 7,000. I'm not going to take a loan out. I'm trying to, once again, I mean, I had to redo this because I got really deep into debt. And I don't like being in debt. It was driving me crazy. So I'm trying to operate this so that my balance never goes into the negative and my current loan is always going to be at 0. What I really want to do is, let me get this up. So what I really would like to do is get buy some more in locomotives, and the Pacific is working really well. So I'm thinking about either getting another Pacific or getting the logging Mikado just to run the logging, and then because I got the Mogul, the G16 Mogul, getting the G16 up here into Bryson to run freight to this yard here. The Pacific runs freight from the interchange up to Bryson, where it could actually, you know, basically drop the incoming, pick up the outgoing. So that would start a whole new routine. At which point, in order to get the Mikado, I need $16,000. That's the K35. I got the K28. I mean, I like it. It's cute, but it's too European. I'm sorry, guys. If you're looking at me from Europe, it's nothing against you guys. I like the tenders. Your option is to go get up to $27,000 and buy a diesel switcher, which I could do that as well too. That would be pretty cool. Running diesel switchers to start with. So that's an option there. But then the other thing is it's the milestone piece. Uh-oh, what happened to my window over here? Can I grab it? I don't know if I can grab it. Let me see. Nope, I can't grab it. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. All right, let's bring it. Nope, that won't work either. Okay, anyway, so milestone-wise, the bridge line, I've got phase 2 of 3 ordered. That's the bridge to Fontana. And then, of course, signals, which is $7,500 to put the signals in between Whittier and Bryson. So I want to get the signals going. Purchasing the track to Silva, $7,500. That opens up everything down to Silva, but also moves the interchange all the way down. That would require another locomotive to run the interchange up. And then it also require adding like Dillsboro Yard, Dillsboro Engine Services, the fueling stand in Dillsboro, because I would pull the cars from the interchange to Dillsboro, and then we would have to have a road locomotive to take them up and drop them at the yard in Whittier, and then continue on and drop the remaining cars at the yard here in Bryson. So, not ready to do that yet. All right, as you can see in the background, the hang on, then we'll do that. There we go. There we go. Move this out of the way so I can see the map. There we go. So the passenger train has left. Let's go ahead and I want to jump to let the passenger do what the passenger does. I believe we're all set. I don't think I have. That's all lined and locked. I'm looking at Ella in the map. Yep, that's lined and locked at Ella, because that's our next stop. And then they have the Fusey down here at Whittier, and then we do the return trip. And so right now, that's as far as that train will go. Won't even hit the Y, the Whittier Y. So we're going to jump to... There we go. Ooh, hello. All right, so that's the Pacific. I don't want the Pacific. I want the oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the Mogul right here. And if you remember, we had a heavily damaged car. What's the state of this car? 100%. So this car has been repaired. So we've got to get this car out and then somehow connected to the string of cars that we have. I have them sitting down here in place with, wow, we're processing logs. Literally before I started streaming, I had just moved these 3 cars to this particular track here. And literally, in a short amount of time, less than an hour, 1 car is already empty, and we're down to 1 log on the second car. So, yep, the sawmill is hungry. But we need to go up and get these cars up. So let's go ahead and get started with our operations here. Switch list is already set. Where's my switch list? All right, so switch list is set. Let's go ahead and get to work. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see my cursor, but I might have to get rid of yellow. That's what the cursor is not game. That's yellow mouse. You can get that off of Steam, but it's acting up. Even in Steam, I might have to uninstall it and reinstall it because this thing, there's an update, but it will not update. So I think it's one of those ones. It came out a long time ago, and I started using it when I was streaming to Twitch. All right. So, but we got these weird lines now, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, all right, we're going to go forward. Uh-oh. Am I not able to? It happened again. Hang on. I got to fix something here. There we go. Yep, now we can move. I run this in full screen. Not even full screen window, to full screen. So we need to get this locomotive up. I think we're going to drop the car right here. And we're just going to pull this locomotive back onto the main line just to get it out of the way. And then use the other locomotive to shove the car into that string right there. Then bring our logging locomotive back up, and we'll run those cars up to Connolly. How's everybody doing today? Let me... there we go. Now I can go back and watch the stream, and I can... Whoa, slow down. Get down into emergency here. All right. And I have to admit, thank you, Mr. Quincy White, for this tip. I didn't realize this, but if you hold down the shift button and click on the couplers, boom, it uncouples and automatically moves the ankle cocks. I was doing that all manually, and now I found myself doing that thing. So Thank you, Mr. White, for pointing that out. Appreciate you on that one. But you know what? It's your railroad. You run it the way you see fit. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to pull this locomotive forward. And we're going to push back onto the main line over here. What's up, Adam? How we doing? Little railroader action on a fine spring. I don't know. Is it technically spring yet? I don't know. Are we? But I mean, it's beautiful outside. All right, let's go ahead and switch that. And we're going to come back full 100 and let's. I think this is already. Nope. Let's go switch this. Chillaxing. There you go. Gotta chillax. All right, we're going to bring this to a stop. Little independent brake action right there. All right, he can sit right there. I'm not going to even tie him down. We're going to be moving him here. I'm going to go down here and get this locomotive. And we're going to shove that skeleton car into the next cut of cars. Make sure we're lined up. Make sure I have, the right tracks and stuff that we need to go into. And then we'll go push that up the hill. Select. Okay, same thing. We're going to go forward. Let's come off the independence. Get a little horn here. All right. Still coming down. I don't want to slam into that car. That's how it ended up getting broke in the beginning. Well, no, actually, it was a derailment that broke this car. Oh, and flip that one. There we go. I go to the yard mode and tell the engineer, whoa, slow down, bro. 3 miles an hour. 3. That's still, you know what, I've been noticing too, down here it says, a couple of 3 miles an hour, but I'm watching the speed over here and it's like just under 5 miles, just under 5, which is saying, let's see, my favorite steam locomotive has always been the 260 Mother Hubbard Camelback. There you go. I have to admit that my favorite steam locomotive is going to be either a Shay or a Heisler, either one of those. Those were made for logging. A lot of torque to push heavy cars. There's a little railroad park not too far away from me here. That's what they run, and they run through the pines and everything. And yeah, man, that's yeah, I mean, if they ever add, and I put it up in Discord, and I think I said this on the last stream, that if they ever add, well, that's actually a good screenshot right there. Ooh, $26 for 21 fares. Little shy. All right, let's get rid of some stuff here. I think I'll use that route, and we're just grab. That'll work. I can crop that later. There we go. But yeah, if they ever get around to adding the Shay or the Heisler to this game, it's done. All other train games are done. All right, to that switch. Okay, let's go ahead and get this locomotive going again. He's clear for at least 20 cars. That may be more than plenty. We'll see what he says down here. Approaching 4278. All right. 4278. So he is on the approach. Couple at 3 miles an hour. So he's at 8 miles an hour. 7 coming up. He's hitting brake. 6, 5. He's under 5. 4, 3. Still over 3 miles an hour. So the coupling's off a little bit. All right. So they're connected. All right. Let's go ahead and... Where are you? There's the brake right there. We'll apply that one. And we'll take this one off. Alright, so 4278 is Whittier Sawmill R1, that's normal. Okay, and then Connolly Creek L2. So this should be Connolly Creek L2 as well. That's 4925, 4925. Connolly Creek L2. Perfect. Okay, so all those we're set. And we'll do left shift and click and uncouples and turns off all the angle cocks. And we need to get back this guy here. Select orders, get him back on manual. Let's back up. Off the brakes. Get him out of the way. A little bit of bad news too, guys. For those of my fans of Run8, the Run8 server, Mocell server. Well, if you've been following that drama, it's been one thing after another, and it all started with, I'm not sure which happened first, whether the leak, because it was the computer was in storage, and whether it was placed underneath the leak and it got leaked on first, or if it was my buddy going into the storage and accidentally dropping it. I'm not sure which. But anyway, yeah, the case is bent. We knew that. Everything else seemed to be fine. Dried everything else out, and it seemed to work fine. And no, I find that if I leave it on for any amount of time, it just shuts off. I checked everything. It doesn't go into sleep. I have, Windows configured on it so that it stays up and running all the whole time. Yeah, no, and I've seen it, and I actually recreated it right in front of me. It's something else. And then there's also, I'm getting some weird lines. I'm thinking the video card might be damaged. So, but anyway, and for all intents and purposes, the Mocell server has, we're just going to call it, it has given up the ghost. It's there, it's limping, but it's not, yeah, it's not ready for yeah, no, exactly. And I was able to get into it. My configuration is transferred over. So I was like, I thought I was in good shape. So I literally, the final test was I let it keep up while I went to work. Came back and I'm like, I don't hear it. So I walked over and it was on, but it was inoperative. And so it is what it is. It's an older AMD A10 chip. That's like, I don't know how many years old. But it was perfect. It was good enough to run Run8 in server mode. And that's what I was going to do. I like Run8. I really do. I need to go back to it. That's why this afternoon there's going to be, I am going to go back and I'm going to do a Run8. And I think I'm going to go and camp out on the NorCal line here, do some work in, I think in Roseville. Got some cars that need to go out and be serviced. And now that I have a better understanding of, I say better understanding because I grew up in that area and I still to this day love going up to the Sacramento area and going through the Railroad Museum but yeah, now I know that the Y there in Roseville, that's the Valley sub. I think in the map they call it something else, but it's the Valley sub, which leads to the Canyon sub. And the Canyon sub is what runs through Feather River. It's the Feather River route. So anyway, okay. Oops. Did it again? Oh, I did it again. How did I do that? Oh, I know. Now I know what's doing it. There we go. All right. So left shift, I hit left control, but left shift and clicking on the glad hands opens up the angle cocks, connects the glad hands, and we can tell everything's airing up. We just need to kill break. There it is. Almost couldn't see it. All right. And in traditional LazyFarmer manager, okay. Ooh, arrived at the Whittier Depot, so he's already gone through. All right, but in true LazyFarmer fashion, yeah, I'm just gonna ride standing on the end car. So this is fun. I like the view. There we go. And yeah, if anything, I'm not professional. All right, now, before I head on down the road, I need to get the passenger train going in the other direction. Oh, he's still unloading actually. I'm looking at that. Yeah, he's in the map. He's still unloading. He hasn't moved to the fusee yet, so I'll wait for that to happen. So in the meantime, orders, road, and let's do about 20 miles an hour. We're a little bit behind schedule. Usually at 7 o'clock, I'm already on to a different train, but not too bad. The inbound cars that we got at the interchange, I took a look at those when those came in. $281 for 124 tickets. I love it. All right. So, good amount of money. He is still at the station, so I'm not ready to send him back yet. Waiting for him to pull away from the station. It seems to me like that works best. Is let the passenger train pull away from the last station, stop it with a fuse, and then go ahead and send it back the other way so it'll pull in. And I have it set to wait 3 minutes. That's more than enough time. And I do need to go look at, should go look at the Whittier station. I didn't look at it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. But need to determine if I need to get another passenger car. Ooh, I like that flange squeal right up again. Oh, that's sound is amazing. All right, so he is departing station as we speak. I'll wait for him to come to a stop at the fusee, and I'll send him in the other direction. UZ engage. Okay, he's come to a stop, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the cars, go to operation, or passenger, sorry, passenger. Check all the stations. Copy to the 2 other cars. Click on the locomotive, which that's locomotive number 1. Give him orders. Tell him to go in reverse in the opposite direction. And he's going to go do the same thing. It's just that simple. Back onto locomotive number 2 now. And I know you're not seeing it because I'm actually looking at the map on my second monitor, but I'm just in with the map, I'm just clicking on the locomotive. That's how I'm changing this. All right. What I should do one of these days, and I've mentioned it before, I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. I think I'm going to have to order some pulpwood cars and bring them up and just park them on the track and leave them there. And that way when I do, I know, because I know I'm going to need pulpwood when I head toward Silva. I don't know if I have a need for pulpwood anywhere else. Haven't expanded anywhere else. I just know I need to go down there. So I see if I do expand. Actually, if I do expand towards Silva, I see another road locomotive and at least 1 switcher, maybe 2. Who knows? Maybe I will after I do Fontana. Maybe I will expand down to Silva. Then I'll need to get, well, before I even do that, I'll need to get the light. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. All right. Orders. I believe we're already lined in. I usually leave the switches like that up here. So as we're on our way up, we go right into the first spur for logging. It'll take 4 cars. We'll drop 4 cars there. Then we go up to the next spur. And we actually have the other cars that are being worked at the sawmill go up to the final stage. And it's quite interesting up there. I went up there for the first time the other day. You have to back in. So the way that works for the logging is to back in. You can, so I would have to, if I do any kind of work with pulpwood and have to go out to the very end, then I would have to shove the cars into the pulpwood and then back in. So blocking the rail cars in a particular pattern is going to be key. All right, he's going to come to stop. We'll jump off. Let's hit tab. All right, Connolly Creek 1, 2, 3, 4. We are actually technically already there. So I can go ahead and hit the handbrake on that car. And let's hit the handbrake on that car. All right, and we're going to go ahead, left shift and click. All right, he's already departing the Whittier. All right, that's cool. All right, we're going to go, let's take this down to about 5 miles an hour, go in reverse. And then next stop is a straight into the spur L2, and then we can switch over and start working freight. That'll do. Let's go ahead and get him to come to a stop. He should roll, hopefully. Oh, did I not clear the switch? I did not clear the switch. Let's back up a little bit more. What I used to do is used to put a fusee down there and just have him back up to the fusee. I just haven't set the new location yet based upon the extra cars. That's because I don't have the extra cars with me. Alright, now we just go into forward. Let's go 20 miles an hour. Oh, logs are already loading up on those cars. Awesome. So, sawmill, we need to do 15 cars a day. Whittier sawmill. Yeah, I'm on tier 3. So I'm doing tier 3. They need 15 cars a day. There's already, I got 4 dropped here. I got 8 here. And there's 3 sitting down there already. So that's my 15. So there's already, those 3 cars are already being worked. So it's going to be interesting. I got to run those logs up. I may end up sorry, I just had a thought go through my head, and that's always a dangerous thing. I got the Ur logging area that's up by Bryson. If I did, I'm thinking that if I did 8 cars up here and 8 cars over at Bryce, over at that other one, which I can't, McConnelly or whatever it is. Let's see. Walker. If I do go up, and that's an interesting, because there's a switchback on that. That would be interesting. Push in, back up, push in. And if they fit 4 cars, I need to go investigate. But that means I would need a second logging locomotive. One to work Walker, one to work Connolly. I need to come up with a plan. Need to come up with a plan. All right. So logging right here, I can get 8 cars in as long as if I just barely kiss the bumper, I can get 8 cars in. All right. And then this track over here is for pulpwood. I think I can get 4 cars in there, I think. Everything is gray. Let's come down here and make sure this last one turns gray, which it should. Yep, it is. We're in. $69. I love it. Making money on passenger fares. Okay, so that one should start loading up. So I can effectively go to that. Don't need that. Come down here. Jump. All right. So I've got this car was part. I got okay. My last cut going to tier 3 was I had 8 cars for Whittier, and it's amazing that these filled up, but this one didn't. It is filling up. So these one I got to pull those out, but 8 cars I can fit 7. And I was raising the question later on, and I had heard something. I don't know if it's true. Haven't experienced it, but I think you can go beyond tier 3 if you're running your railroad right. And if that's the case, I was wondering what they were going to do with this spur right here. If the sawmill does go beyond tier 3, I can easily see this track filled with cars either going ready for outbound or inbound. So in other words, locomotive would come in, drop the cars here, and there would be a little tiny switcher. This is what you see industries around here do nowadays. They have a little switcher engine, come in, pull cars off, stick them in the sidings over here to be worked, and then as they're worked, they put them back into here, so it's ready to be basically ready for pickup. Interesting. Okay. That's the other thing about railroad. I mean, the switching puzzles are just amazing. Love them. All right, let's get in here. Let's go ahead and grab this locomotive. Let's make sure we hit select so we can have the right control on it. All right, so now I'm going to go back. Flip that switch. All right, so I got sawmill, sawmill, sawmill. 3 sawmills, 4 sawmills, 5 sawmills. And Appalachian hardwoods. And these 2 are in the right thing because the house track, I believe I have to push into anyway. So I got to run around in Ella, push this car into the house track, and then come back, and I can push this one all the way up into Bryson and right up to Appalachian hardwoods, and then start working back from Appalachian hardwoods all through Bryson, all through Ella, picking up any cars that are going to come back here to the interchange. So what I want to do here, first and foremost, is I'm going to go ahead and grab these cars for the sawmill, and I'm going to stick them on this track here. That's going to be the first order of operation here. Let's get this. This will be quick. We don't have that many freight cars, so it'll be quick. Dang cats. Alright. Left shift, click a glide hand. Okay, we're connected. Let's get rid of that handbrake. That handbrake. Oh, no, not that one. Hey, what? Did I miss a handbrake somewhere? Oh, I did. Right there. Get rid of that one. Okay, so little purple dots are gone. Now we're going to come down here. And we're going to go ahead, left shift, and click on the couplers, pull that, and we're going to pull these away. My daughter and I almost streamed last night. We were playing Lord of the Rings Online together. And then that poor girl has been working for, well, welcome to management, working your fanny off. It's what happens. So we got spent some time last night playing Lord of the Rings, and it was just one of those things like, you know what? I don't want. Sometimes streaming feels like work. I get that. I just want to play. Okay, I get that too. So let's just play. So we played Lord of the Rings last night. Big update in Lord of the Rings online. 17-year-old game, still going strong, still updating. Huge update. 3 new 3-man instances, a new 6-man instance, a new new raid, which is 12. New raid added. 71 new delvings added. If you're not familiar with the delving, it's what the new owners of Lord of the Rings came up with, and I think it's a great idea because, you know, you got people that they don't like to play in groups, they like to play solo, but they want the end game gear. Well, the delving systems is what they came up with to allow that to happen. And there's 10 tiers, and by the time you get to the last tier, you can get end game stuff. You can get the end game armor, weapons, all that kind of good stuff, and make your character as uber as possible. So 71 new delvings. So that would probably, if my count's right, that's over 100 delvings, different delvings that you can do. They added a new chapter. We're into the lands of Umbar. If you are a Tolkien fan, you know where Umbar's at. If you're not a Tolkien fan or a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but you like the movies and stuff, but not sure where Umbar's at, don't worry about it. Just know it's pretty cool. And but they added a new I think it's like the 3rd chapter in what they call the Song of Wind and Waves. So which basically has to do with the Corsairs of Umbar. All right, let's go. We'll forward to this switch back. I think we're going to grab everything else because on the end I got Sawmill. So we're just going to grab all 3 of those cars and we're going to back the Sawmill one into here, and we'll put the other 2 right in here. Then I'll do a run around and we'll push into the Sawmill and we'll go work the Sawmill. How about if we come to a stop so I can actually back up and grab those 3 cars? Then there was a question. My buddy Hank came up, was asking me a question on Demonologist. My daughter and I tried to do Demonologist, and the question was, we were having a lot of lag issues, and the lag was affecting both me and my daughter. I got into Demonologist. Of course, this is I upgraded my processor to an i7. I was running an i3, guys. I'm now up to an i7, water cooling, all that. So upgraded my system. I got into Demonologist. I had no issues. The solo mode, I had no issues. My daughter gets in and she goes, "Dad, this is completely unplayable on my side." And so all the lag was actually coming from her. So yep, now we're in the process of trying to get her an upgraded system. Makes good money. So, but I'll try to help her as best I can, because I still want to get the Run8 server going. So as she's getting ready to start building a new computer, I'm going to start with a new case for myself. This machine, my main machine, is going to get the new case. This case is going to go over to the server, and then that way I'll just tear the whole thing apart. And I don't even need to put a graphics card. I can just use the graphics off the motherboard, because like I said, it's just running Run8. You know, but I'll give me a chance to pull everything out and look, do I actually need to go that route? Or is it just a matter of pulling, you know, like I said, just pulling it all apart, taking it out of the old case, toss the old case, and then put everything back into a new case. with better power supply and all that. All right, so the passenger train has arrived in Bryson. We're going to wait for them to unload and get to the. I'm watching it. If you're wondering where I'm reading that, right up here is where it's noticing. If you guys haven't noticed, in the upper left-hand corner, I'm watching those notifications. So now I'm waiting for that to unload and then get to the fusee, and we'll reverse the process. So far, we're not in operation to where we're going to be in the way of the passenger train, so we're just going to keep going back and forth. And the thing about that, the more passenger runs that you can do, the easier it is to keep your reputation up, because your reputation does apply to a lot of things like discounts you get for purchasing locomotives, cars, new sections of track, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Ooh, I just happened to look. Right at the 1 hour mark. We're doing good. We're getting a lot accomplished in this first hour. All right, $143 for 89 fares. Not bad. All right. Go back. We'll push this in. I think if I push in, I don't think I have to shove back anymore. I think I should be clear. And let's see. I'm not. Oh, I got at least another car. So if I have to do push back, I can push back at least one more car. I will not be fouling the switches, and I can do a run around. I could do it this way too. I mean, honestly, let's go into yard mode. He's reversing. We're gonna call that. Let's call that 5 cars. And we can tell the locomotive. But then every time we do this, we got to pay the locomotive. I mean, we have to pay the engineer. So AI is not free. It's like maintenance on the cars. I'm paying $15 a day. I need to make people. I need to put people in there. Tell them to get to work. Polish the wheels. I don't care what you got to do. You know. All right, departing Bryson. So he's going to be heading to Bryson. He'll come up against the fusee. All right, tab up. All right, Ella House. So these 2 cars need to come back to this track. All right. Let's go forward 10 cars. I think 10 cars is way too much. I probably could have gotten away with 5. There's another mod that gives you more options down here. I may look into that one. Sometimes 5 is not enough, but 10 is too much. But then again, I can always just go, when I get past the switch, just tell them to come to a stop. There it is. Stop. That'll do. See? That'll do. I can flip the switch. Go reverse. And he is at a stop. Have him come back 10 cars. That'll definitely put those cars in the clear. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. That's not 7 cars? 6 cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's easy. That'll fit on one track. In fact, I may even shove it into that one where that one car is by itself. Shove it in, hook up. They'll put 7 cars on that one track, and we'll be good to go. Clear for 2 cars. Oh, we are definitely in the clear. This is perfect. He'll come to a stop here in just a moment. Okay. Back to manual. Alright, so those are good. Like I said, we'll pull those up. And then I'll have to do a run around in Ella so I can deliver the Ella house car. But we are going to go past this switch. And that switch, and we're going to do a run around here. Actually, you want to do this. Let's get on the car. Jump. Also, I come off the brake. There's a little video on YouTube I watched this morning when I was laying in bed as I was waking up. The history of the bell on locomotives. I thought it was just something that was universal. Actually, only in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And the only reason that is that in just those three countries is because Canada and Mexico are using American-based equipment. So other than that, I mean, you don't have the bell anywhere else, or it's not as big a deal. It's not a requirement in other parts of the world like it is here in the United States. And it was born out of over 100 some odd years of steam, going back to the beginning days of steam locomotives. And there were, you can imagine, no safety features. So that's where the bell originally came from, and that was even before the steam whistle. And the reason is they found that the steam whistle actually scared the horses, so they didn't want the steam whistles. The bells didn't scare the horses. So interesting video. I love it. I mean, yeah, I do. If I'm not playing Railroad or Run8, what am I doing? I'm watching videos on trains. I'm a train nut. I'm a train nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I just did it. Yep, I did it again. I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Stop. Thank you. Right. And we have no handbrakes on. We don't have to worry about. Gotta worry about switches. All right. I'm going to ride the car, looking for other switches that may be against us. Communicate the needs back to the engineer. So, two toots on the horn to let me know he's moving forward, and running the bell just let anybody around in the area know that we're moving. There we go. Now we're on the move. You would think, though, that you hear the chuff of the locomotive. Oh, there's a locomotive coming. No, you got some idiots out there going, there's a locomotive coming. We got to get in front of it before it. Yeah, come on, seriously. Exercise a little bit of patience. Don't try to cross that railroad track. It's not worth your life. But then again, if you end up getting out in front of a train, getting hit by the train, I figure we're just calling the herd. I mean, we already know stupidity is catching. We already know, we can see the evidence on the news that insanity is catching. These are all contagions. Maybe the movie Escape from New York will become a reality and we'll just put a wall around New York and move the stupid and the crazy New York. Wait, they would come move me. Alright, let's move this back. Wow, 6 logs are already processed in just a little over an hour. And it takes about an hour for the logs, for those logs, so I really need to bring those down. And I think, like I said, I'm going to probably... Oh, I'm not paying attention here. I cannot talk and run a railroad at the same time. Alright, about 15-pound reduction. He's already trying to come to a stop. Let go. Come on, keep rolling forward. Alright, he's a stop. We're going to go ahead and pull back. Here we go. This is easy. I just tell him to go on the road mode and he'll go all the way down and come to a stop before he hits the bumper. So that's automatic, and I'll just sit here and wait for him. And then I am going to, let me go through that one. I'm going to pull in. I'm going to push these cut of cars up against this car here, which is almost full. When I checked it last time, I don't know if you guys saw, it was at 32 tons. I'm thinking it's not quite ready to be picked up yet, but you know what? It can sit there for a day. I don't get dinged for how long a car sits there. I don't believe. But you know what? In this case here, to get these two 28% water. I need to go get water in this damn locomotive before I head up toward Bryson. But I don't think I do. I know if you deliver the cars to the industries in a timely manner, which I think is timely is considered to be on the same day that they come in within a 24-hour period of time. I'm assuming that's what timely means. All right, so, but I don't think getting them out of here I'll have to look into that. We'll find out here in just a moment. I grab these and pull them to the interchange. We'll get paid for these going to the interchange. So let's go. We'll see. Let's see. Alright, let's go to yard mode. And I'm going to save 5 cars. Oh my gosh, I told her I was going to be streaming this morning and she's calling me already. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and keep working, but I'm going to mute myself. Be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. So, okay, well, we got to shift to gears here. She already knows that I've got about 45 minutes left on this stream. And it looks like we're going to be streaming Lord of the Rings Online. She wants to play that. I know she wants to do Demonologist, but her system, I guess, yeah, it just can't handle it. And we tried, and that's the other thing, too. We tried Phasmophobia last night. I ran into an issue with that. The issue was I was like up to, I think, like level, I haven't played like in a long time since they actually changed a lot of the content. And on Phasmophobia, I was like level 3, level 4. I was up there. Okay, I was starting to move up, but I wasn't like brand new to the game. They reset me to brand new, and we were trying to do multiplayer last night, and I couldn't even connect to get her connect or let her into my multiplayer server, because it wouldn't let me even create a multiplayer server because I needed to go through the tutorials. I'm going through the tutorials, and I'm like, we're looking at the graphics, and honestly, Phasmophobia graphics, garbage, pure garbage. Okay, and the fact that they reset me, that's garbage. I get that you're gonna redo everything. You got to level up your gear, and I'm okay with that because I'm used to other games doing that. Not only do you level up, but your gear levels up. I'm okay with that. But you know what? You should have kept me at the level I was at, and you didn't do that. All right, let's go left shift and glide hand. Okay, and let's take off the handbrake. Oh, I said take off the handbrake, not put on a handbrake. It's the last car, you moron. Look at the little dot. It's at the end of the train. So these two dots right here, they actually, I think what they need to do is get rid of them. I get it. One's a locomotive, one's a tender, and it shows brakes on either one of those. And maybe it's a delineate, but I think, you know what? Turn that into like a little icon of a steam locomotive. Chewy Whiskey Tango playing Farming Simulator 22. Good guy. Yeah, we go back. We haven't talked to a while. All right, let's go back by about 10 miles an hour. We'll go ahead and pull these out. We just got to get past this switch here, which we will, because I have him going to go all the way back to the bumper. Still have coffee. Everything's good. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna stream Lord of the Rings Online. You guys hear me talk about it, but we hardly ever stream, and we don't stream as much together. And what we ended up doing, and I'll recap this on Lord of the Rings Online, we ended up starting brand new baby toons, and there's a tiering system where you, right from the very get-go, you can make the environment harder. Now, the part about that is, when I first started playing 10 years ago, I said, oh, was it 10 years ago? No, 14 years ago. Wow. Because it's a 17-year-old game, and I started in 2010. It came out in 2007, right about the time I think it was just before the Fellowship of the Ring came out, and that's when it came out. I started in 2010. So yeah, I've been playing that game for 14 years, a lot of characters. So they started a new class called the Mariner. So my daughter running Mariners, and I'm running Red Line. I started with Blue Line. Blue Line is more like the healing side. I can kind of do a group heal. But I died. I died at like level 3, level 4, 5, somewhere around. Too early. And I mean, in normal, the way I play, in the normal scheme of the game, if I left everything as it was, I can go pretty much almost all the way to end game without dying, and that doesn't include going into an instance, because instances are a lot harder. But 3-man, 6-man. I mean, that's just going to happen. But I'm talking player versus environment. I can go almost entire game without dying. And they have a title you can get. If you can make it to level 21 without dying, you get the Undying title. Well, my character's not going to get the Undying title. All right, let's go ahead and reverse this. And then this one should just take us right back into... I'm the king of the rails! Had to do that. There's an inside joke on that one. But anyway, so Lord of the Rings Online, we're going to do that. We're still like we're in the beginning area of the human area. And it was fun, frustrating, because I think I died like 6 times. Yeah, my daughter died a couple times, but that's because she ran. She literally didn't stay or stick around and try to finish the fight or help her old man. Oh no, she threw her old man to the spiders. Just saying. But if you want to check out the Lord of the Rings Online, yeah, you're going to see that in probably 40 minutes. We got 30 minutes left on this stream. So then I have to go set everything up for Lord of the Rings Online, and then we'll go from there. And you'll be here, my daughter Tana Marie and I, was our banter back and forth. So, and then she supposedly had somebody at work that wanted to come play. Now, guys, check it out. Oh, I need to pass the fusee. There we go. I know some of these MMOs may not be your style, but if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings, you're a fan of J.R.R. Tolkien and what he's created, then check out Lord of the Rings Online. It's not going to, and it's free. It's a free download, and it's free to play up to level 90. Let me contrast comparison that to you. World of Warcraft. Everybody's heard of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is free to play just to level 20. Then if you want to play, it's $15 a month. Lord of the Rings Online is free to play to level 90, and even after when you hit level 91, you can still keep on playing. You just have to either subscribe or buy the content, to get the quest. But you'll have so much other content that you can do. All right, let's go back to manual here. Bring this in, and I think that will do. Let's go throw it into emergency right there. Make sure I'm clear down here. I am. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. That's only 4 cars. Let me take a look. So, finance. I'm over $8,000 right now. So when you're change total value that I made $333 at the sawmill, dropping those cars off, and then picking up and dropping off the cars here to the into the exchange here, or the interchange here. That was $486, and I got my answer. My answer was, if we deliver the cars to the sawmill, example, I'm going to pick on this car right here. It's $53. We're on tier 3, so we get a little bonus for delivering in a timely manner of $3. So I made $56 on that one car being delivered. But if we take a look at the payments that we get for delivering the car to the interchange, it just says flat rates: 69, 72, 71, 67, 71, 71, 65. So there's no timely manner. So if that other car that I was talking about that's at the sawmill, I leave it there for whatever reason, if I leave it there for a day or two, I'm not going to get dinged I'll still get money when I bring it to the sawmill and deliver it. But if I need that money, on which you always want to have money coming in, you got to have that cash flow. So anyway, that's where we're at. So that's the good piece on that. There we go. And let's do, oops. Nope, that's not doing it. Hang on. All right, so this is what I was looking at when I was reading off all those numbers. So I'm at $8,395, $486 on the Whittier interchange, $336 on the Whittier sawmill, and then you can see our Ellis Station, Whittier Depot, Ellis Station, Bryson Depot. Oh, sorry, that's Bryson Bridge. Bryson Depot. So I made 143, 69, 281. Okay. So, and then we got the, now I paid out $1,500. That's for phase 2. AI engineer. I paid out $23 to the engineer. So the passengers that disembarked at Ella paid for my engineers for AI from the day before. The logs I dropped off, we made $3,000 in off the logs. So it's you want to keep the logging crew going. All right, speaking of logging crew, how we doing? Let's go ahead and move that back over to the other screen, and I'm going to, before I start pushing, or actually I need to do a run around so I can grab the other 2 cars over here. But before I do that, okay, I got 1 car that is still being unloaded at the sawmill. Let's see. I'm gonna go up to, I'm looking at the map. Looks like I've got 3 cars ready to be picked up. 4 cars ready to be, was that 3 or 4? 4 cars ready to be picked up and up at the sawmill. I mean, up at the logging camp. All my cars are ready to be picked up. So I'm ready to bring the logs down. So if I'm ready to bring logs down, oops. I'll run down here real quick. Really kind of want to wait for this to get unloaded. So it's 8 o'clock now, so I'm thinking that it's going to be Whittier Sawmill. I'm at 100% right now, so those logs, since the sawmill is at 100%, those logs are not going to come off those cars yet. So I can easily wait till 9 o'clock and see if those cars actually empty. If they empty, then I will go about the process. Like I said, I'll probably pull them out this way, pull them out and set them here on the main line because I'm not using this track at all right now. It's just collecting rust. And then I can bring the other logs down and push all those cars that I set up in the logging camp. I can push all those cars on this track. And that's what we're going to end up doing. And then I'll come back, and once those cars are there, I can always go back up with these 3 cars, and I can even set these cars for that first little, they'll fit in. I might just do that and pick up logs there and just keep turning cars. And once they fill up, I can bring them up and set them here, and then they'll just keep going. But 15 cars a day, that'll be 15. That'll definitely be, right now, it's 15 cars a day. You can see right here, I got a crate, so 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 46. Okay, so 46 tons of dimensional lumber. Not quite full yet. We have basically a crate here, but it's not even full yet. So these cars are still getting worked on, getting loaded. It'll take some time. It'll take 24 hours. All right, So if that's the case, let's go ahead and get this guy and get these guys up, heading up to at least Ella. And while I'm doing that, what are we doing on the passenger service? He should be at the Fusey. He is at the Fusey. Okay, so at that case, let's go ahead. Passenger car. Copy. There. Locomotive 1. Orders. We're going to go forward. I don't even know. Oh, geez. You know what? I'm going to jump up real quick. I want to look at something here. You know what? Bring him to a stop. 72, 53. Oh, no. No, we're good. He's got plenty. 35. Let him do his thing. I wanted to check. I thought for some reason, I thought he was low, but now I remember it was the other locomotive that was low. All right. So let's go back. Jump this one, and we hover. Yeah, 20% water. So we're going to go ahead. We got enough to at least get it up to the coal and water up there, and then we'll come back and get these two cars. There, little horn, little bell. Super Sprinter. All right. %. So we're all right. All right, we gotta back up just a tad. That should be good enough. Or that'll do. Get some water in her. We'll go ahead and load her up with coal. What are we doing over here? I need to change the color of that car. We got 16 tons of coal left, so pretty soon we're going to be getting out of coal. Once that runs out of coal, we just have to get that over to the depot, and on the equipment piece, as under operations, it'll actually have, you know, if it's empty, it goes to the interchange. When it's loaded, it comes back here. And that's whenever it goes to the interchange, and then we end up, it gets changed out or gets loaded with coal, and then we get dinged a charge. So now up in Bryson, I got the coal tower up there, and I think we got, well, I forgot, I have to take a look. I think there's like 800, well, last one I looked was 118 tons of coal in that tower. And I dropped off another coal car, which I don't know if that, I have to look to see if that coal car is empty. If it's empty since we've moved it, I might bring it down and just stick it in here. For the sole purpose, honestly, for the sole purpose of, one, just store it here, and two, to connect it, and I change the color on one, I can change the color on both at the same time. So, and I don't know what color I want to go with. I might go with a gray, like a light gray or something. I saw somebody do a yellow. No, I think I might just do light gray. All right, let's go ahead and pull forward. And move the camera over a little bit so I can line, that way I can just line up. Forward. The other forward. All right, and we'll click to shoot. And while we're clicking to that, let's put this water spout away. Great. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I got a cat outside my window. Okay, I grew up around cats. My mom was a proverbial cat lady. Love that lady to death, but man, she was the cat lady. She was all about cats. She hated dogs. Well, that's not true. She didn't like dogs until I went and got a dog. And I got a golden retriever. She fell in love with that dog. She's like, you were right. Dogs are awesome. Yeah, they are. I'm going to tell you, growing up as a child, those cats gave me asthma. That wasn't the only thing that gave me asthma, but cat dander will cause asthma in children. So I blame cats. I don't know. Maybe, I think the only way I like cats is like lightly barbecued with a good barbecue sauce. I mean, after all, it is the other white meat. But they're a pain. I mean, seriously, it's like, you get a cat and it doesn't want anything to do with you unless it's hungry. And then it's like, it'll rub up against you and pretend like it loves you until you feed it and it goes off and ignores you again. What does that sound like? A wife. So, I don't know. And then if you go to pet it and it's in a bad mood, bite and scratch, what does that sound like? A wife. And then once a month, they're just nag, and meow, and that's what this thing outside my window's doing right now. Once every 30 days, it gets in a mood. What does that sound like? A wife. Then they shed. They leave little hairs all over the place. Do I need to make any more examples? Or should I just keep digging this hole that I've dug myself into? Anyway, Anyway, let's take a look and see. Where's the locomotive at? Look, well, I'm talking about passenger train. Okay. Oh, manual. That's why. How did I get into? Oh, okay. There we go. You should be loaded up. He'd been sitting there. I was like, "You're not moving. Why aren't you moving?" Okay, and let's go back to that one. Okay. Trying to decide. Okay, you know what I'm going to do. Go forward. All right, he's on the move finally. Okay. Alright, just going to put him on road, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at the map. I'm going to click on the, yeah, he's like, I can click on the switch that leaves the bypass. Oh, I need to scroll in a little bit more. I got no stop at Ella, at Whittier. Alright, so I'm going to set that one, so we should travel down just fine. Down Main 2 in Whittier, and I'll stop because I'm on the road. He'll stop because the switch is set against him. That way he can stop. I can bring him to stop. Then I can sit there on Main 2 until the passenger train goes past. Then once the passenger train goes past, then I can go ahead and head on up to Ella and do what I need to do in Ella. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Woo! Switched it. Used the map. Clicked on the switch in the map. That almost sent me up to Connolly. That would have been not too good. I'd have to do a little back around. Back down. I mean, with two cars, it wouldn't have been bad. I could have gone up and then back down, and I would have pushed the two cars all the way, and I would have been already set up for Ella, and then same thing, I would have been already set up for the Appalachian hardwoods. Alright, so I passed that switch, so I can go ahead and line lock that one. Imagine the days of railroads. This is why I don't have to. We're kind of doing it. But back in the day when they didn't have signals and controls, you know, you go past the station, a guy would throw a bag at you or something and try to hit you with it. Right now 5 miles an hour. We're going to slow down. That's the switch I have set on the map. It's against us, so he'll come up here. You watch right down here where it says status. Right down here, it'll say switch against. And then if I leave him in the road and flip the switch, actually it's not against. What am I doing? Now it's against. There it is. Stop for switch against. So the switch is line to lock for mainline operation. He'll come up and come to a stop. I want to see if he stops in the foul or if he stops in the clear. This little curve right in this area here, yeah, that's clear enough. Switch lined against us. Okay, so now I can go to manual mode. He's not going to move, and I'm just going to sit here and wait for the passenger train. And passenger train is... it's actually crossing the bridge right now. So the Elliot Bryson Bridge, I'll just call it the Bryson Bridge. Calling the Bryson Bridge, and then coming down and making the turn downgrade into Ella, and then we'll stop at Ella. It'll be 3 minutes there. Then it'll be about 5 minutes. Got about 5 minute wait time here. Welcome to railroading. Now, the other thing is if I hadn't stopped, I probably could have made it to Ella. But the cars may be in my way trying to get into the tracks. So, for safe railroading, we're just going to sit here and wait for a passenger train to pass us. Alright. In the meantime, go ahead and make another cup of coffee. What's that? You know what that is. Alright, got my cup there, got the little coffee maker, little coffee grounds in the pod, and I'm getting hot steam right out of the boiler. That's that good boiler steam, boiler hot water, yes. Iron deposits and rust, and with your coffee, that's a man's coffee. Alright, so the train has made it into Ella. We're just going to wait for it to leave. That'd be kind of cool to sit there. Alright, right. Well, it just rode. Wow. In the map, it just arrived. I guess it was inching in. Alright. So it picked up passengers in Bryson, so this is going to be the first set of passengers. Oh, that coffee smells good. Black, strong, and bitter, just like my women. Ella Station. So we got $37 for 30 fares. All right, well, hey, every little bit helps. I have enough money right now to pay for the. Oh, you know what? That's a tempting piece. Milestone. Signals Whittier to Bryson, $7,500. That's 25% off. It says start first phase. Cost $10,000 to do it, but I got 20 because of the reputation. I get 25% off. Deliver 4 cars to Bryson Freight House. These cars will be delivered to the interchange the next time the interchange is served. So if I ordered those 4 cars, not only am I going to get the cars for the Bryson to Fontana Bridge, I'll get 4 extra cars in the first phase. I'm pulling the trigger. Here we go. Signals Whittier to Bryson. Done. Sent payment of $7,500. Balance is now, yeah, my balance is low, but I'm still in the positive. $900, just under $1,000. I'm going to make about $3,000 off the logs, so that's expected. I'm still got 2 cars here to deliver, several cars to pick up and deliver to the interchange, so I got money there. I'll probably end up with about $3,000 to $4,000, somewhere in that range, and that's not including running my passenger train back and forth, making that money. But the first set of cars for the signals have come in, or they're going to be coming in. They'll be coming in when I go to day 11 now. So when I go to day 12, I will have the cars for Bryson and for the signals. So I'll have a big train. The Pacific's going to be used quite good, and it did good. It did. Was it 24 cars, 1,500 tons from the Whittier interchange to Bryson, and it did that without a problem. And of course, I play hard mode, which means that nothing comes in blocked. You can either set it for block for industries, or you can set it for hostile mode, which means that the cars will be all mixed up, or you can go somewhere in the middle. And I went hostile, so hard mode, hostile mode. So after I get tomorrow, day 12, first order of business will be logs up to the logging camp, then go get my switch lists, and then go get and work the interchange and set out the trains. I can either do one of 2 things. I mean, more than likely, I will take and run all the cars up to Bryson first. I'm not going to stop. I'll just take everything up to Bryson, and then I could work my way back, picking up cars that I need to set out to the interchange, and then go back again with any other cars that need to be set out for the industries. Speaking of, here we go. Here's our switch list, and you just saw everything gets crossed off. So you can either do 2 things. You can go individually click them to remove the ones that need to be removed, or you can go clean up, and it cleans up all the ones that. So anyway, Connolly Creek L1, L2, those need to be picked up and brought to the sawmill. You can see all the ones here. Bryson Bridge site right here. Plus I've got 2 other cars that need to be picked up. So that's what we're going to do. I've got 1 car for the Appalachian Hardwoods. So we'll go in, we'll set out that 1 car, we'll pick up the 2, and then we'll tie those 2 into the cars that string that's waiting at the Bryson Bridge site, and then we'll start working our way back. And we got 1 car in Whittier at Stenzel that needs to go to the interchange, and then we got a 3rd car here. Oh wait, no, these 2 cars here. This one and this one are the cars that are with me right now. So never mind. I was looking, but I do have 1 car here. So then we got all the cars up on the sawmill, and then Whittier saw. Oh, that we have 1 Connolly Creek L3. Okay. So we got some work to do. I don't want to miss the train. Train's almost here. So, but I just saw something that kind of drew my attention to the switch list, and I think I need to go look at the 3 cars that are sitting there at the sawmill and make sure that they're all set for the right destination. All right, he should be up. There he is. You can see the steam. Let's say he should be rounding the bend. There he is, coming. Here she comes. I need a name for that train. All right. Let's go to road mode. All right. You gotta love this, man. All right, how we doing? Time was... Oh, we're right at 2 hours. What's up, Hank? Oh, I know. I already showed it. Your audio is good, but the video is extremely laggy. Really? Is it laggy? Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll have to go back because after I reset, after I changed the what do you call it? The processor, I let OBS analyze it, and it came up with new settings, and I went with that. But you're saying that it's laggy. Okay, I will definitely take a look at it. I'm not seeing it in my OBS. I'm watching OBS right now on the other monitor, and it's not laggy on my side. But now that you say it, it's a little. I see a little jitters here and there, so I may have to do another. Let it go through and do another analysis. But anyway, what's up, Hank? How you doing? Yep, I know. I'm actually doing. I added the mod for putting the map on the second monitor. So, and that's what people see. Well, that's what I see, and I can show it. But that's it. And I'm not sure, it added an interesting component that if I click on the second monitor anywhere but on those panels, it kills my interaction on the main monitor, and then I have to tab through. So I may get rid of that mod. I'm not entirely. I think I can just deal. Not with that. I don't do that. I don't think I need that one. I really don't. And for the purpose of the stream, I think if I bring the map up, it should pop up here on this. And you have a good point there, Hank. How you doing today, by the way? So I'm going to run this in to Ella. We're going to stop there at Ella, and that's where I'm going to end the stream. But we got our. We definitely have our good start on the day phase 2 for the bridge comes in tomorrow. So it may be one of those things. I might just get these cars in and return them. I may not do an extra set of cars. I just may jump right into advancing to day 13. Yeah, it's handy, but not necessary. I'm glad you're doing fine. So, and then like I said, as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to jump out. Oh, you know what I'm looking at? Yeah. Actually, it's something else. There's something with the internet. I'm looking at my... Yeah, no. Oh, I need to stop here. What am I doing? Not paying attention. Let's go slam into emergency here. Yeah, no, my internet is it's not, okay, so it's not OBS. It's something... The internet's very spotty right now. I don't know why. We'll go figure that out. But it just started. I just noticed it just started. But like I said, so day 13, we got phase 2 for the bridge, phase 1 for CTC. That's been paid for. Before I go to day 13, though, I got logs I got to bring down. Well, yeah, I got logs. I got the 3 carts that need to be rotated out, and then the other ones, what do I got? 13 cars. 12 cars? No, 12 cars that need to come down so that I can switch that one. Switch that one, and we'll get in here. The audio is as smooth as butter. That's interesting. Yeah, because I'm looking at the internet right now, and it is flat out red. I got 1 bar, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And I don't know if you just started joining us here, Hank, but we came to a conclusion when it comes down to Demonologist. We tried to play last night, my daughter and I, and for me, absolutely rock solid smooth in single player mode, but for her, it was unplayable. The lag was literally unplayable. So for that, she's determined that she needs a new computer. And that one that she got she bought it off the shelf at Best Buy. But, she went budget. This time she's not going to budget. I'm going to help her build it. We're going to order all the parts off of various places. We're going to use PC Part Picker to order the parts and configure one. She'll actually get one that's going to be better than mine. Damn her. Make me want to upgrade now. I am going to upgrade. You missed the update on the Mosel server. Yeah, it basically, without going into too much details, yeah, it melted down. I had left it last and final test. Everything was running. I got my configuration over. I was able to log in and play. And let's tie that down. But, yep, I was able to log in and play locally. So I'm like, oh, with my configuration, okay, great, everything's great. And then I fired it up the next morning, let it run, put it into server only mode, and just let it go. I wanted to see with no activity what it was going to do. When I came back, it was a dead computer. So the damage was done. The drop in the water, it did its damage. So I mean, right now I can unplug it, turn it back on, and it comes back up again and runs. My internet's back. Now they come to a stop. I don't understand that. But anyway, but we can talk later. I'm going to jump in. I'm in my Discord, but I'm in my streaming channel. So if you want to chat, Hank, real quick, I'm going to go and end the stream here and get ready, set things up, and we're going to try to see if I can get Lord of the Rings stream done. That's going to be the second. I was going to do Run 8 later on this afternoon, but my daughter wants to play, so we'll see how long that goes for. So, what we do for our daughters. Anyway, for everybody who was here hanging with me, Adam, thanks for hanging out there. Hank, thanks for showing up. SP Bob, I know you're here. So you didn't show up and say hi, but that's okay. SP Bob, I know you're always tuning in. And for any others, if you like, once again, if you like the content, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and share it out. You have my permission to do that. And so this is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer. Thanks for being here. Have a good afternoon.